I'm going to call the meeting to order. Welcome to the regular monthly meeting of the Board of Commissioners held for the purpose of transacting the general business of the Township. Today's date is March 13th, 2019. The meeting is being held in the Springfield Township building. And now I would ask if you would please stand and join the Board of Commissioners in a moment of silent reflection, honoring the servicemen and women who have placed themselves in harm's way in order to help preserve our safety. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I'd like to entertain a motion dispensing with the reading of the minutes of the previous meeting as written and recorded in the official minute book of the Township.
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, please record a unanimous vote. Okay, we are here with the exception of our President, Jeff Harbison, who's on vacation, so I'm pinch hitting for him tonight. And if you'll all bear with me, I haven't read the script for a little while. This is a little bit like, you're on Broadway, and all of a sudden they tell you, oh, you got to be Hamlet tonight. So here we go. So the board is now opened to comments or questions from the public. The board draws particular attention to those items listed on the agenda this evening. Please be advised that once the committee reports begin, the board can no longer accept questions from the floor. At the conclusion of the committee reports, public comment will once again be accepted. However, official action on those issues listed on the agenda will have already taken place. Therefore, if you wish to comment on an agenda item, now would be the appropriate time. Judy, if you could state your name and residence, that would be great.
Judy Patitucci, 101 East Wissahickon, Flowertown. I just wanted to know at your workshop, what is the GIS receive a demonstration of the TRA? What is that?
So McMahon Consulting, who we've actually hired to do traffic consulting for us, they have a division where they've created an integrated software that will enable us, and they already have a number of clients in our township and other townships. It enables townships to basically do all sorts of things like track deeds and zoning issues and ordinances, and you're able to map physical properties, roads, that sort of thing. If you want to get down to the nitty-gritty, you can also track your police vehicles and that sort of thing if you want to pay for that. But it does a lot of different things, and we just had a presentation on that on Monday, and it's a pretty exciting program.
Are there any drones involved with that?
No.
Okay, that's
No?
all I wanted to
Okay.
know. Thank you.
No. Okay. Anybody else? Going once, going twice? Okay. So we'll get on to the committee reports. I am the chairman of the Community Development Committee, so I'm going to handle the Internal Affairs and Library Committee and then move right into that, and then move on from there. So let's see. First, the bill listing. I move the Board of Commissioners approve the February check reconciliation in the amount of $774,510.92, and the March bill listing in the amount of $325,085.86. That is my motion.
Second.
Thank you. We have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? No, please report a unanimous vote. Okay, so that's the bills. Next, this concerns resolution number 1471. In the year 2000, Springfield Township purchased a property from the Philadelphia Electric Company for $15,000 in order to perform grading activities to enhance stormwater flows within the adjacent Stony Brook Creek. The property is located on Bethlehem Pike in White Marsh Township, being Montgomery county tax parcel number 65-00-00727-00-9. The board found it in the best interest of the public to sell the property at public auction to the highest bidder to alleviate future maintenance obligations and produce revenue for the Township General Fund. Pursuant to the Pennsylvania First Class Township Code, the public auction was held via the Municipid online auction website from February 1 through March 1st. 2019. The highest bidder was received from Karen Schrader in the amount of $55,300 plus an 8% buyer's premium to be paid directly to Municipid by the bidder. And let me just explain a little bit about what's going on here. Ms. Schrader actually owns a business next door, and she requested that we sell the property to her so that she could deal with extra parking and that sort of thing. It's a piece of property that's not in our township, and it really kind of landlocked, doesn't really do anybody any good. And we decided that what we would do is put it to a bid, and the reason why we had so many bidders is because it turns out another adjacent property was being sold, and I guess the new owner, is that who was bidding? Yes. So they were bidding, and so we had actually, I think it was like eight different bidders or something like that, and quite a lot of bids, and it went to $55,300. But Ms. Schrader, who owns the property next door, who was interested in the first, is now the proud owner of the property. So that's how that went. So therefore, I move the Board of Commissioners adopt resolution number 1471, a resolution accepting the highest bid and awarding the sale of the property to Ms. Schrader in accordance with the agreement of sale. The board also authorizes the township solicitor to prepare and record all necessary documents in order to accomplish the sale, and the township manager is authorized to execute any and all documents necessary to complete the sale of the property. So that is my motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, please record a unanimous vote. Okay, next. This concerns resolution number 1472. The Henry R. Chiaramonte Children's Park on Orland Mill Road, Orland, is presently improved with a small playground structure and sitting area that is not readily accessible to persons with physical disabilities. The Montgomery County Community Development Block Grant Program provides funding for removal of architectural barriers that prohibit accessibility for persons with physical disabilities. Therefore, I move the Board of Commissioners adopt resolution number 1472, a resolution endorsing and authorizing application to the Montgomery County Community Development Block Grant Program for the project known as the Chiaramonte Park ADA Improvements Project. So that is my motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Does anybody have any questions or comments? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Please record a unanimous vote. Okay. And let's see, I guess that concludes my report. Okay, so next we will move on to the Chairman of the Public Works and Facilities Committee, Commissioner Shum.
Everything's going along just fine. I have no report this evening.
Thank you, Commissioner. Okay. So then we will next hear from the Chairman of the Cultural and Environmental Resources Committee, Commissioner Wilson.
Thank you. On the recycling report for the month, during the month of February, Springfield Township residents recycled 148.1 tons of materials with a householder participation rate of 73.9%. The net cost for the month was $20,655.07. I would like to remind all of our Springfield recyclers that because of the increased restrictions placed upon our recycled materials by the end purchaser, that it's very, very important to make sure that anything that you put in the recycling bin is clean and rinsed and in accordance with the township guidelines based on recyclable numbers of plastics and aluminum cans. So it's because we unfortunately are every month having to spend more and more to recycle, when years ago, a number of years ago, we were actually making money. Now it's costing us money to recycle. So it's very important that we don't pollute the recycled the stream of recycling, and we're allowed to get the highest possible reimbursement for what we deliver to other recyclers. So with that aside, that concludes my recycling report.
Thank you. And you have the Environmental Advisory Committee?
Oh, okay, I'll give that now, yes. In a letter dated March the 8th, 2019, Patrick Edis of the Springfield Township Environmental Advisory Commission provided his notice of resignation from the commission. Mr. Edis was a member of the EAC for approximately 5 years, 2 of which he served as the chair. During his term of service, Mr. Edis worked with the EAC and the Board of Commissioners on stormwater management and water quality issues, provided input on the green roof on the new Township Library, and provided leadership on a new endeavor regarding renewable energy. Mr. Edis still plans to attend the EAC meetings and participate in their programs. Therefore, I move that the Board of Commissioners accept a letter of resignation from Patrick Edis as a member of the Springfield Township Environmental Advisory Commission. I move that the Board of Commissioners appoint Aaron Stempelwitz as a member of the Springfield Township Environmental Advisory Commission to fill the unexpired term of service. The unexpired term of service shall expire June the 14th, 2021. Currently, Mr. Stempelwitz is the most senior associate member of the EAC. That is my motion.
Thank you, Commissioner Wilson. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Please record a unanimous vote.
That concludes my report.
Thank you, Commissioner Wilson. Okay, next we will hear from the Chairman of the Parks and Recreational Resources Committee, Commissioner Graham.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. I have 2 motions this evening concerning the Winmore Hose Company Carnival. I move that the Board of Commissioners grant permission to the Winmore Hose Company to conduct their annual carnival at the Township-owned Veteran Park on June the 18th through June the 22nd of 2019. That is my motion.
Thank you, Commissioner Graham. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, please record a unanimous vote.
On my second motion, in conjunction with the Winmore Hose Company Carnival, I move that the Board of Commissioners waive the provisions of Section 3303.1, subsection 12 of the Springfield Township Fire Prevention Code in order that the Winmore Hose Company may conduct a fireworks display at Veteran Parks on Saturday evening, June the 22nd of 2019. The waiver is conditioned upon the following. 1, the Winmore Hose Company and their pyrotechnical firm shall add Springfield Township as an additional insured on their certificate of insurance for the event. And 2, the Winmore Hose Company and their pyrotechnical firm shall work closely with the Township Fire Marshal to help prevent an accident and to create a plan of action in the event an accident does occur during the activity. That is my motion.
Thank you, Commissioner Graham. Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Please record a unanimous vote.
That concludes my agenda items. I just have one announcement that on Monday, March the 18th at 7 p.m., there will be a follow-up to our initial diversity meeting. This meeting will be held at the Springfield Township Library at 7 p.m. And I just wanted to personally thank all of those residents that came out to bring about a different voice here in Springfield Township. The overwhelming love and support from our community was, for me personally, very overwhelming, and I just want to personally thank each and every one of you, and I hope that you will be able to attend our follow-up meeting on Monday, March the 18th. It will be hosted by the Cheltenham NAACP, which includes Springfield Township, and we are also having the support of the Southern Poverty Law Center. So I look forward to everyone coming out and to helping to continue this dialogue. That concludes my report and my announcement. Thank you, Mr.
Okay.
Vice President.
Thank you, Commissioner Graham. And I have to say that just going around minding my own business, a number of people from the township and elsewhere have approached me on the street to tell me how great that meeting was and how much they enjoyed the presentation and respect our efforts in that. So thank you again. That's really great, and we look forward to more of that. So next, we are going to hear from the co-chairman of the Public Safety Committee, Commissioner Maxwell and Commissioner Shum. You can fight over who's going to make the report, I guess.
Thank you. First item I have tonight is for a school zone. I move that the Board of Commissioners award a contract to McMahon and Associates Incorporated, Fort Washington, PA, to complete Phase 1 and Phase 2 to investigate the feasibility of the installation of a school zone along Paper Mill Road adjacent to the Springfield Township Middle School. The scope of the work will consist of visiting the project area to observe the current operation, reviewing crash data information, and preparing a school zone speed limit study report to be submitted to the Springfield Township. The fee for services for Phase 1 is $3,250, and Phase 2 is $800. The date of the McMahon proposal is February 26, 2019. That is my motion.
Thank you, Commissioner Maxwell. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Please record a unanimous vote. Okay. Does that include your report? Or?
No, I have a couple
Okay,
more
okay.
things.
All right.
Just real quick with the school zone, the reason why we are where we are with that, there was an incident, I believe, in late 2018 where there was a student from the high school struck by a vehicle. Fortunately, he sustained no serious injuries. We were approached by his mother requesting that the school zone be looked at to expand it. So we requested PennDOT to look at it, and I believe in the near future, we would probably be losing the school zone at Enfield Elementary. So we'd move the board to look into making the roadway outside the school a little more safe, adding the school zone.
If I could just piggyback on top of what Commissioner Maxwell has stated, I would like to send out a personal gratitude to Ms. Tracy Schultzman and to Ms. April Silberman. They were the mothers that came before this board and voiced their concern so adequately concerning this 309 flashing light that is much needed along Paper Mill Road. So I'd just like to thank them for their vocaling this to us, and also for their persistence. There's nothing like a persistent mother protecting their child. Thank you.
Next item I have is stop sign on Delphine Road. I move that the Board of Commissioners amend the Springfield Township Code Section 107-28, Schedule 5, stop intersections to install a stop sign on Delphine Road at the intersection of Cromwell Road traveling in the northwesterly direction. That is my motion.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Please record a unanimous vote.
That concludes my report. I have one announcement to make. Saturday, March 23rd, at 10 a.m., the Carson Valley Children's Aid School will be hosting their gathering of neighbors at the Mother Goose Building. At that time, they will be introducing their new medical director to the residents of Springfield Township, as well as addressing any public concerns that residents or neighbors may have with the facility. We did these meetings fall of 2016 through the middle of 2017, and they were well attended by residents, and we were able to work out problems with residents, concerns that were legitimate, and a lot of concerns that weren't legitimate concerns. So it's been a positive thing, and we're looking forward to continuing this year. Thank you, that's all I have.
Thank you, Commissioner Maxwell. So next, we'll hear from the Chairman of the Zoning Committee, Commissioner Cobb.
Thank you, Commissioner. After 2 quiet months with no petitions, we did receive some petitions, so the Zoning Hearing Board will meet on Monday, March 25th at 7 p.m. In the Springfield Township building, where we will hear the following petitions. The first is from Stephanie and Brahim Masad of 515 Ramsey Road in Orland, PA, who are seeking variances from Section 114-64B to reduce the side yard setback from 10 feet to 9.33 feet, and to reduce the aggregate side yard setback from 25 feet to 23.2 feet in order to build a one-story addition to their home in the B Residence District. And the second petition will be from Robert J. Wise II of 1312 Bradford Road in Orland, PA, who is requesting a variance from Section 114-83 for the property at 20 Highland Ave in Flourtown, and to reduce the minimum lot width from 70 feet to 50 feet for a 2-story semi-detached dwelling. The subject property is located in the D Residence District. And just a reminder that all interested persons may appear and be heard. Thanks.
Thank you, Commissioner Cobb. Okay. So that concludes our committee reports. So now that the committee reports have concluded, the board is now reopened for comments or questions from the public. So, any comments? Going once, going twice? Okay, in that case, I will entertain a motion to conclude our March meeting.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Please record unanimous vote, and the meeting is adjourned.
Not quite.
Thank you.
Quite a record, but close to it.